Welcome everyone to TFG Real Ski. This one is a ski-specific urban trick competition judged on overall impression, creativity, tricks, and editing. 25 riders entered, but only 6 remain before us today. And who judged this, do you ask? Well, it was myself, my buddy Mitch, and our friend Steep.
Before we kick things off, let's take a look at what the judges wanted to see from this competition.
To be crowned a real ski champion, it's going to take a whole lot more than just some nice tricks to get there. I want to see everything, every level of detail covered, all of the boxes checked, from location to the trick choice to the overall story that you play out in your videos.
When I'm judging real ski, I'm looking at this from the film and editing standpoint. Wow factor is of course the most important. I want this to be an advertisement for Steep.
First thing I look for in a line is its sense of style. Okay, tweak your grabs, dude. Make that line, that trick personal to your soul. Creativity is a big one for me. I give mad brownie points to lines I've never seen done before, or hitting old lines in an unprecedented fashion. And dude, execution, man. You can take the grandparents out to a 5-star restaurant downtown, have the best food, the best service you've ever witnessed in your life, only to have the waiter spill your banana cream pie all over your Versace t-shirt before you pay the bill. That means don't land backseat after you lay something sick.
Today, you'll see our top 6 riders, followed by the judges' reactions to each run, and at the very end, we will crown the medalist for the Tartiflette Games Real Ski, as well as announce the Fan Favorite Award.
We're just about ready to get started, but first, let's take a look at who's competing today.
We have 6 riders from 5 different countries. And while all of these riders have ridden in the Tartiflette Games before, not all have taken home a medal or even reached the finals. So let's see if that changes today. We're now ready to go, and we're kicking it off with our silver medalist from the snowboard knuckle huck, the Space Clump 360.
Go.
The Space Clump 3...
Space. Thanks for making us laugh, man.
Space, buddy! That switch flat 3 over the house where one hand was blunted and the other hand got a knuckle tap on the house was insane. And then you went on to get a nose tap on the rail and just land the thing clean. Gonna make a brother cry.
It started off fantastic. Just some great tricks. I love the rail section at the dam. Probably one of the best in that area.
He proceeded to hit a really sick tail to nose tap on the side of the house. Thank the Lord you provided me with some comic relief, dude, with that Mario 64 gimmick, because I was gonna have an aneurysm.
This one was a ton of fun. I actually played Bomb on Battlefield in my jazz concert my senior year of college on the drum set. So the song really spoke to my heartstrings. I really enjoyed the whole thing. You didn't miss a single coin up on the mountain. And the tricks were just phenomenal on top of all of the editing and the fun.
The creativity was there with switching to Super Mario, adding in the red dots that he collected, He had the sound effects on point too, man, just taking them from Mario.
The arteries in my brain were enlarging trying to comprehend how you lace some of these tricks. This edit had it all. Creative editing aspect that didn't overpower or take away from the clips, unprecedented lines and trick difficulty, and a good sense of humor.
I'm giving you all of the credit that you deserve for this one.
Well done.
Man, what a wonderful way to start today's show off with the Space Clump 360. Now it's time to let Elmo take the floor. What do we know about him? Well, aside from taking 10th place in the snowboard knuckle huck, he's relatively new to the Tartiflette games. Take it away, Elmo.
Check 1, 2. It's your boy. 3 in the morning, I'm putting pen to the sheets. I'm rolling Uno deep with a high promise and no defeat. All my enemies wash, rinse, and repeat. We wage war with no pistols possibly popping out. Send you to hell and watch Christopher walk you down. You was my son, now you a foster child. We was dirty, still ain't proper now. Yeah, that's your bitch, you better lock her down. Cause they not to be trusted, nuts like you was meant to be busted. Still the grimiest nigga, no diamonds encrusted. Swear this industry weird. Now I notice when fakes around me. Funny how quickly those who will take will surround me. Funny how ugly God died when I arrived. That's astounding. Mumble rap is dying before he go. I'm just taking his bounty. Been on this boom bap shit, except I do it profoundly. My only friend is probably Jen from accounting. 16, I found that death was astounding. Drowned in a 6-pack, caught in smoke of the zigzag. Had to escape the riffraff. For the clan, I got my pistol click back. Used to money after flipping that sack, but now it's music and I'll never look back. Aspirations of my pockets while fat, with no goals are the common one. Y'all just want the rose, well I'm just trying to put my mom in one. Till she looking down on me like, sorry son, pay for mine in full, you had to borrow one. I am the almighty, y'all are charlatans. Digging rappers' graves, it's like I'm farming them. Gearing up for war, let's get to arming them. I'm just getting built like Charmin Ultra Strong. Tripping over death like while I spark a bong. It's either you or me, I got my target on. Gatling gun just left your whole apartment gone. Similar to memos when I start a song, I know you think I'm fired.
Elmo. Wow. First of all, I love the whole vibe of that edit, the after effects you chose, the overlay you put on all the clips, music, everything, all the elements work so well together.
Oh my god, I have no idea what I just watched. Elmo, that was a work of art, dude. Please keep it up. I can't wait to see what you do in the future competitions, because the VHS fuzz on top of that was just the tip of this iceberg.
Elmo just went out there with the trick of the tournament. I have no idea how he pulled off the trick with the AC unit, backflip onto the grind. That was just mind-blowing.
Wow. A tap to backflip off that HVAC piece in the urban town in Alaska was nuts.
I still have no idea how you did that backflip into the grind in Alaska.
One of the best tricks I've seen hands down in this game. It was literally banger after banger after banger. So props to you, man.
Elmo had a wonderfully edited video with a consistent theme throughout, some nice effects that enhance but didn't overtake the entire video. And the song choice was great too. It matched up perfectly with what he was pulling off.
Congratulations, that was Steez.
That was a wicked edit, Elmo. Now it's time to move on to Camox from the United Kingdom. He was our 6th place finisher in the snowboard knuckle huck, and a fun fact, this real ski is his first public video on his YouTube channel, so let's roll it.
explosion.
Camox wins my favorite song award.
Great job on the song selection. Bell Bottoms is one of my favorites to play along with on the drums, and I know Mitch was over there air drumming, same as me throughout this entire edit, because we just talked about Baby Driver on Wednesday.
He had the best timing of action with the music. He had that long send in mid-air during the break and then landing on the staircase at the perfect time, and then followed that right up with grinding on the 4 different log rails while the lyrics were happening. It was just beautiful.
Some of your tricks were insane. That big 540 mute you got to that stone fence in the 180 out was so sick. A couple clips you left the landings out of, particularly that big switch backflip disaster to that snow fence. Fan of the locations you chose. You had a really good mix of old and new spots in the game.
Lots of creative taps and rail choices. My favorite was going backflip landing on the orange fencing. I did not know that was possible, and it was crazy.
Your tricks were A+, song selection A+, creativity through the roof.
Overall, I loved your music choice, was a big fan of the multiple angles you used for each clip, and had a blast watching it, dude.
A strong edit from Camox, but now it's time to move to Rioda Steep. He placed 14th in the snowboard knuckle huck, and he's relatively new to the Tartiflette Games competitions, but we do know that he has a ton of creative tricks in his bag. So let's open it up right now. Rioda, man, what a storyteller. I mean, starting off with that fail might have been the best thing you could have done for that entire video. As soon as he wiped out and threw his head down, you know, I thought he was never going to get back up, and then he lands that trick again. Instead of moving on to something else, he goes back, lands it, throws those hands in the air, and from that point on, I was rooting for him as an underdog.
Rioda Steep had a nice, solid video that may look normal at first, but there were a ton of objects he used that don't have grind physics built in, so it made it that much more impressive.
That absolutely deserves a standing ovation. I will stand for you. To the average viewer, I'm sure it doesn't look too difficult, but you're so wrong. Each location that Rioda hit was on a spot that wasn't necessarily programmed into the game to be skiable, to be hittable. So for him to come out and lace a technical trick really cleanly on all these locations blew my mind.
It was wonderfully crafted. All of those alternate camera angles really spoke to the creativity and the story that you were trying to tell throughout. You highlighted your locations, you highlighted your rider and the features that he was riding on. Wonderful job. Wonderfully crafted edit.
He used a lot of cool urban ruin locations and he had great camera angles and speed control on the playback.
Dude, that final clip, the ender on that A-frame back swap the switch, one of my favorite tricks. Editing style was simple and clean. You can tell you deliberately linked up your music to some of those shots, and you can tell you really put some time and dedication into those tricks, dude. Those were legendary. I had respect, buddy. Well done.
Well, 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 the champion returns. He was the winner of the snowboard knucklehuck, the 4th place in the ski knucklehuck, and an overall powerhouse in the steep edit department. Here comes JustSteepIt.
I had a lot of fun watching that, Stefan.
We're gonna run out of room for nicknames for JustSteepIt because I'm calling him Just Tap It after this edit.
I mean, what can I say about damn near perfection? Stefan, you came out with another clean as edit.
Could really tell your lines were well thought out, your tricks were intentional. That massive 360 to umbrella tap and the Pretz one out was... oh, that was dirty.
Some of the most unique locations that I've seen in all of these real ski edits, and he tapped just about everything you can find on the map.
The flow was there. The music was perfect. Your tricks were perfection. Everything about this was just perfect. Steez to the max.
Most of all, that 180 you did on the mountain goat and the switch backy off were all perfectly executed, which is something that's very hard to accomplish. Your precision was uncomparable, so well done, dude.
And his editing accentuated some of the little tricks that he was doing. I also liked how he would show different angles for the entrance and the exit of a feature, tied the whole thing together.
The flow is present with this one. Wow. And that's all I can say about that one is wow. Now, to close off today's event, we have SrCholex. And folks, expect another huge edit from this guy. He is always sitting in the winner's circle. And if you don't believe me, here, hold on. I have to actually read the list. He was the winner of Check My Steez 5 and 7, placed second in our ski knucklehuck, and third in snowboard. Now, all the way from Spain, here he is to cap off today's real ski event, SrCholex.
We've been walking around, yeah.
SrCholex coming at us again with another crazy edit. My guy, this one was incredible. Hats off to you and that computer that does all of the heavy lifting, because this was unreal.
SrCholex just put together one of the best edits that was dripping with style. That's to be expected from him based on some of his previous videos.
Played this game for a few years now, and Chloex, that Nosebud 3 tail tap to the 540 out was one of the dirtiest things I've ever seen. Your real ski edit could have just been that clip and I would have been totally satisfied.
He also had some impeccable tricks. My favorite, grinding up the staircase and then transferring to the flat rail.
This just goes to show everyone else that you don't have to be a top-notch rider pulling off the craziest tricks in the game to win one of these competitions, because this is a serious contender. The editing, top-notch.
Big fan of your editing style. It was really cool to see that you created a story. I loved how the whole vibe changed after you took that big hit on that 540, and it was pretty sick to see you come back to that same spot and then just stomp it. And that flat 450 to wall ride and then 180 out in the Alps was wow.
I also loved seeing the guy fail, switching up the songs, giving it a different feel halfway through the edit, and then him landing that trick at the end. Tied the whole thing together. Looks just like one you would see in real ski.
Man, those were some incredible runs from everyone who entered. Absolute lights out performance. And now it's time to get to our fan favorite vote sent to us by Google Docs.
Do you want a drum roll?
Sure. SrCholex. Congratulations, man. That was well deserved. Just awesome edit, and the fans appreciate it. And you just won? Well, bragging rights. That's all I got for you.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to get to our podium. In third place, taking the bronze medal, we have our fan favorite, SrCholex. In second place, we have Erect Elmo. And taking away the gold medal position for today's competition, we have, once again, JustSteepIt. Congratulations to all three up on this podium. Seriously, this was the closest event we have had yet. I'm talking decimal points for these three spots. Well done, all three of you, and to all of our 25 riders who submitted for Real Ski. Thank you to everyone who submitted to Real Ski. It was incredible to see all of the effort put into each and every run.
A very special thanks goes out to the man Steep for joining us on the judges panel for this event. Now, a lot of you have been asking for it, so Real Snow is up next. You can head to nickandmitch.com/realsnow for all of that information. You can also follow us on Twitter at @NickOrMitch. Join our Discord to stay in the loop with all that we do. And of course, subscribe to this channel, because every subscription is another week that we'll make videos.
Yeah, your community involvement guarantees more Tartiflette action in the future, along with Steepcast, our steep news show that drops new episodes every Wednesday. Thanks again to everyone who tuned in and everyone who submitted. As always, I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
And we'll see yous on the slopes.